Protecting my peace for so long, a little too good, now I'm so low. Watching reruns of the same shows. Almost every party I'm a no-show. Even with green lights I don't go. Never been sure, no I don't know. How does everybody has to let go of the ego? Don't go out nearly as much as I should. Barely know the way around my neighborhood. I'm ruminating, I feel no good. Not living life like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I know I should. Like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I could. If you would show me, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. I spent so much time daydreaming, so now I don't know how I'm feeling. Don't know who's the real me. Might need my help and I thought I needed. I can see it. Need my healing. More believing, less deceiving. I don't go out nearly as much as I should. Barely know the way around my neighborhood. I'm ruminating, I feel no good. Not living life like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I know I should. Like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I could. If you would show me, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. I might need therapy too. Help dilute all the bad news, 'cause I just can't deal with the lose-lose situations you have to go through. I think I need therapy now. Recycling all the same doubts. Heard it a million times, 'cause I tell myself all the same lies. I might need therapy too. Help dilute all
ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you new improved, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, you applaud. Got me think about inside the walls. Words cut deep, it's like a sword. Making me better, you hotter than pepper, You with a big stepper who chasing a cheddar, All of these women, they not on your level, You like a mix of business and pleasure, You a move body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you new improved, but you ain't even flexing. 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 But you ain't even flexing.
Peace, 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 everyone. Islam to the Moors. Peace to everyone that's coming in. First I rise, giving all perfect praise to our Father God Allah, honors to His holy divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to each and every one of you all who are supporting the channel. I'm going to give honors to my parents, my ancestors, and my husband, Brother Richard Neal Bey. Get some shout outs to the Moors that's on. Shout out to our brother Chainbreaker Jose L. Shout out to His Majesty the Magnificent L. Shout out to Sheikh Jamal Bey. And of course, shout out to Richard Neal Bey. This is going to be a really quick and short video. I just wanted to go over a few things with the Moors, especially those who are new, that's joined the temple in the past several few weeks, so that you can have a update on what it is that you should be doing once you come in and join. I know often we go over these things, but I want to kind of give you all a visual. All right. So when you join, right, you're going to go to our website. I'm going to pull it up here in a minute. I hope everything's been going well with you all as we are gearing up in this spring season. Pray that you all have been able to get through this Ramadan. For those who are participating, Ramadan Mubarak. All right, so we're going to go ahead and share this for everyone. So this is our website when you come on. And when you come to the website, you're going to fill out membership application. So you're going to click on membership application, right? You're going to fill all of this. You're going to fill all of these out. If you don't have any answers, you'll just put none, or you can put N/A. You're going to want to put your mailing address. Some people have been putting their email address, but we want you to put your physical mailing address. All right. And you're going to click I'm not a robot and submit. All right. So that's what you need to do to fill out an application. Weekly meetings. You can join every week. Click join and it'll bring you directly into the meeting. All right. Currently, right now, we are participating in observing the month of Ramadan. So we start our Holy Night meetings at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Normally, it's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it'll be going back to the regular 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right after Ramadan is over with. All right. But you can click on any of these and click join, and it'll allow you to come in. It'll definitely allow you to come in. All right, for any of the meetings. All right, the next thing is once you fill out your membership application, within 48 business hours. So if you fill it out on Friday, you may not get a response back until Monday. But once you fill out your membership application within 48 business hours, we will send you an email. The email will say, a lot of times it'll say emergency, Moorish Science Temple of America. All right, because we want you to pay attention to the email. All right, you'll need to answer each question. I believe it's 16 total questions. You'll need to answer each question. All right, once you answer each question, and once you pay your first month membership dues, so you'll go to the website here, you'll click on Web Store. And you will then click on new membership dues, $37.50. All right, so once you've done that, you'll then receive access to all of the modules. All right. Well, let me share this screen so you all can see it. All right. So you'll be able to see that. Let's see what the chat is saying. Yeah, Ramadan Kareem, His Majesty the Magnificent Ill, Brother Chairman. So you'll be able to go and pay for your new membership dues, and you can purchase any items that you may need to purchase as well. All right, that's just a little of that information. And then you'll be given access to your courses, which is the modules. All right. Now let me go here real quickly before I get into the modules. When you're on the website, if you scroll down to Moorish Chat App Almighty Networks at 24 hours, click join. It will bring you to Mighty Networks. It'll bring you right directly to the Moorish Chat app on Mighty Networks. All right. So you'll want to set up a profile on here. This is our app. We use it just like you would use Facebook, Instagram. Once you're on the app, you can go and you can type in, let me see here. Moors, how's your day going? Right? I mean, you can pretty much type anything and post. And you can use it from your handheld devices, smart devices, as well as from any PC. All right. Well, let me get back over here. When you're in here, first page you're going to go to is home. Right, so you'll be on the home page. Home page is right here. You'll be given access again, like I said, to all the courses. Now, your first 90 days when you're a member, you'll receive 90 days free for the courses. You don't have to pay for the courses. Right? We want to jumpstart you right into the courses. So by the time your 90 days is up, you should have finished everything within at least the Academy Learning module. 90 days, you should go right into the Academy Learning modules. All right. Now, a lot of times what you all are doing is you will either come to the app, set up a profile, and then you click on you'll click on Sunday School, you'll click on Academy Learning Modules, and you'll request to get access to it. All right. And your access is not being granted because either you haven't filled out an application, either because in order to get access to it, you have to be a member. That's number one. That's what the courses are for. They're for members, right? That's the reason why the first course is called the Academy Learning Modules for all new members. All right. So you have to be a member to, one, get access to it. Number two, you will have to fill out an application. You have to answer all 16 questions, and you will have to have paid your first month's dues to get put into these courses. Another thing that you guys are doing is when you're sent invitations to join the courses, y'all don't join all of the courses. You may join maybe one or two of the courses, but we're giving you access to all of the courses. So every invite that you receive to join the courses, you'll need to accept the invitation, right? Third is you guys keep wanting to go directly to just where it says like Sunday School or Academy Learning Module or I got trust issues. The free 90 days is always the copy version of everything. So you're going to have access to copy Sunday School, copy Academy Learning Modules, copy I got trust issues, copy Bookkeeping 102. And the reason why is because that's the free version of what you would be paying for after the 90 days. All right. All right. So now let's get into let's get into some of the questions, right? When you're on here, the first thing you want to do is modules 1 through 5. Modules 1 through 5. Once you get through 1 through 5, then you want to start getting into all of these different templates. All right. But you're going to need to do modules 1 through 5 first. That's why they're numbered 1 through 5 before you get into anything else. All right. The next thing is in modules 1 through 5. One of the last steps that you're going to take is updating the SS5FS. All right. The SS5FS form is to update the Social Security account information. All right. Now, in updating the Social Security account information, you're going to be doing this versus, I believe it's in maybe week 3. Hold on, let me see. Module 3. Module 3, week 3. Let's see. Okay, no, it's in week 4 through 5. So this form right here, OAAN-7003, instead of utilizing this form, you're going to be utilizing the SS5FS form. All right, the OAAN-7003 is not a form that Social Security Administration utilizes any longer. They are only utilizing the SSFS form. That's a lot. So you'll want to use this form. The way that I filled it out, let me see if I can pull up a copy of it. The way that I filled it out is an example of how you can fill it out. You don't have to fill it out like that, but it is an example of how you can fill it out for the results that you want to get. Because the results that you want to get is to update it. So one, it has either U.S.A on it. Also, you want it to reflect certain things. So let me see if I can share it. Okay, let me see it. Let me know if y'all can see that on the screen. If you can, put some 7s in the chat. Put some 7s in the chat if you can see it. All right. All right, I filled it out like this because it's going to give the results that you're looking for. So a lot of times I'm getting the questions about why am I not filling out my father and mother's information? Because you are the Asian majority. You don't need your father and your mother any longer. Islam. All right, and this is just an example This is just an example. Again, you don't have to do it like this. This is just an example of how you can do it. For parents who is wanting to get one for their children that are being born, I always only provide a last name. So there's no first name, middle name, none of that. It's always last name. And the last name that I always put is whatever their name is. So let's see if it was me, I would type in this would be the last name. Krystal Glover Ill Trust. Because this is a document for this application to do business. So if I'm doing business, I'm going to be doing business in the trust name that I set up for my child. I wouldn't be doing business in any other name. Now, what happens is a lot of times parents want to put a first name and a middle name and a last name because we just don't know that this is a business, and it is. This is a business, and this is to do business. So that's what we should be doing. We should be doing business. And if I'm doing business, it's going to be in that format. If I've never had a issued Social Security card. So if I'm filling it out for the first time. And now this is for parents who want to get a Social Security card for their children. You don't have to. You got a newborn child, you never have to apply for a Social Security number for your child. But if it's something that you want to do, then by all means, you have the right to be able to do exactly that. All right? So you got any questions? All right, if we don't have any questions or any comments, we're going to move right along. I'm going to put the link in the chat for anyone who would like to come up on the panel as well. Anyone would like to come up on the panel, you can. All right. All right, so let's get into the next document. Because the next thing that I'm always asked about is the trust. I think I have more questions about modules week 1 through 5 and the trust than anything else. Real quickly, before I get to the trust, let me stop here real quick. Academy learning modules. Let me go here real quickly. On here in weeks, let me show you guys. Let me go to the copy so you all can see it in the copy as well. All right, so module 1, you have a recording. So here's the recording. So you'll click on week 1 to be able to listen and watch week 1. Same thing with week 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, same thing with weeks 4 and 5. And I'm going to go through 4 and 5. real quickly. So week 4, you have your itinerary, you have your study guide for week 4, and also same thing for week 5. You got your itinerary, you got your study guide. The SF-181. Another question that I get with the SF-181 is, let me pull that up here real quickly. The SF-181 is, do we have the right to use their form? Right, do we have the right to use their form? I get that question often. Let me share this screen. Peace, brother Chainbreaker, Jose L. Welcome to the panel.
Islam, peace and love.
Islam, peace and love. What's going on, brother, man?
Paxia Moore.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem. Islam.
Islam.
I had a question about even what if you're still what if you are an adult? About contracting using the trust name still with said agencies.
So in order to use that type, just put trust behind the name, you would have to do a name change. That's the only way they're going to accept that format. That's the only way they're going to accept it, is by doing a name change. And that's going to be a court order name change in order to do that. But for parents, when they first have children and the children have never been issued a social security card or account number, then off the bat, if you want to establish one, I would do it in the name of the trust. I wouldn't do it in any other name. That's just me. And that's how I set up all of that's how we do here at Amexem Enterprises LLC when we are doing it for our clients, as far as setting up trust for newborn children or children who's never been issued a social security card number. Because a lot of times parents feel as though that you have to have a social security card number in order to get a passport. That's a lie. You don't have to have one. You don't have to have one for your children, and they'll still be able to get a passport.
I'm glad you said that's a lie.
Yeah, it is a lie. It's a lie. We've done it too many times for, we've done it too many times for clients, where we issue other documentation in order for the child to be able to get a passport, and it's always accepted by the passport agency. They don't have any problems with accepting, certain documentation. What these courses are actually teaching is proper ways to contract versus the way that we've been conditioned to contract. Brother Barnes, did that answer your question?
Islam.
You're breaking up for some reason. You laugh.
It's Islam, indeed.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way that That's the way that I would do it. If you are, a parent and you're looking to get a social security card for them, that's one of the ways that you can do it is in the trust name. And I will only utilize the section where it says last name. So it wouldn't be first, middle, and last and all that other stuff. That's personal. That's personal to the family. No public entity should have that information. They only should have the name of the trust.
Public and private.
Islam. Did you have any other questions, Brother Hosea? Or any other comments? You muted if you was talking, brother. You can unmute.
No further comments or questions.
Okay, cool. Brother Neil Bay, what's going on? All right. Did you want to mute out, Brother Hosea?
I'm trying to.
Okay. All right. It's all right, brother. We all struggle streaming today. Islam. All right. So a lot of questions that the next is that I received is, can we do this to the SF 181 form? Of course we can. Of course we can, and of course we have, because all entities can adopt their own forms for their usages and customs, right? So down here, right, it says it says form SF 181 approved by MST of A pursuant to Act 6 of our divine constitution and bylaws. All right, we can do this all day, and we did do it all day, every day. Won't stop, can't stop. Islam. So yeah, you can, and this is what you should be doing when you're setting up your trust and your family's estate. When you're establishing your home office, you should be adopting your own forms that you're utilizing for your family business. This is all commerce. So you should be adopting whatever it is that you choose to for your family. And these are examples showing you that you can do it. All right, to give another example, we've seen it done in the 1920s. Saw Prophet Noble Ali do it. Let me show you. Because a lot of us don't believe nothing until we see it. All right, here is what we call our authority, which is the back of the questionnaire. Let me share the screen for you all. Okay. Blow this up some more. Put it on the Summer Jam screen. All right, this is document number 10105905, right? We know what it is. Right, this is form number, says Corporations Religious Affidavit of organization, right? Form number 1099, printed and sold by who? The Chicago Legal News Co. All right, so this document was adopted by Moorish Science Temple of America. Right, and what do we see Prophet Noble Drew Ali do? We see him scratch out voted, and he typed in appointed. Right, we also see him scratch out trustees and type in sheiks. Right, it's not illegal for those who likes to teach other ways and like to adopt other ideologies. It's not illegal and it's not unlawful for you to do this. As a matter of fact, Prophet Noble Drew Ali did it right in front of our face in real time, and we still like to say things like, oh, the Prophet didn't bring that, the Prophet didn't do that, when you see us doing it on these forms like the SF 181 and the different SF5 FS forms and all these other forms that we adopt, and we cross out words and put other words in, you know. So don't come to me telling me that the Prophet ain't bring that, because you don't know anything about what the Prophet actually brought. Because if you did, you would not be saying this. You wouldn't be coming with this foolishness. You know, you wouldn't be coming in this spirit of always wanting to argue a mute point. Learn what the Prophet actually did and learn what he didn't do. Learn what he brought and learn what he didn't bring. Because a lot of us read out of what's called the 101s every Sunday school, and the Prophet ain't bring that. But you want to sit here and tell me that the Prophet didn't bring adopting forms for the Moorish Science Temple of America and scratching out certain things and putting certain things on there. You a liar. You need to stop capping. Islam. He said, imitate I, the Prophet. The problem is, a lot of us don't want to imitate. We just want to talk about the great works. And then we want to add a whole bunch of hoopla and a bunch of lies, stating things that he said and did when he didn't. So let's get to, so that's one of the questions is, are we allowed to do that? Yes, we're allowed to do that. Whoever don't like it, go to the soul plane and take it up with Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All right? Well, the chairman said they yapping and capping. That's right. They yapping and capping. So let's go to, let's see, what's the next question? The next question that I get a lot is, how long would it take for me to do all this? How long would it normally take for me to do all this and complete all this? And so if we go here to let's see, go back to home. If we go here and we go to modules 1 through 5. Modules 1 through 5 should literally take you 90 days to do. Right? Should take you 90 days to do 1 through 5, including all of these templates. All of these templates. Should take you 90 days. And that's just doing it every day for an hour. You should get through all of these templates, weeks 1 through 5, within 90 days. All right, the Sunday school playbacks will have all of the information for the templates. So you'll just, you can play these Sunday school playbacks. You don't even necessarily have to be watching them. You could be listening to them. You could be listening to them and you could be jotting down notes. And you can go back and view it, when you have the chance to view it. But you could be listening to this. All right, on the Sunday school playbacks. Again, Sunday school playbacks have everything as far as the template information. So if you want to watch and you want to listen to, why the template says this, why the template is looking like that, so on and so forth, it's going to be in the Sunday school playbacks. The final portion of this, I'm going to go into the I Got Trust issues. Right, the I Got Trust issue series. Right, everything is listed in the correct format. So the first thing in your trust, you should have your trust abstract. Second thing is going to be your declaration of trust. Third is going to be your certificate unit. All right. These 3 documents are the only documents that you would need. Sometimes you would need a banking resolution, but you can contact the bank and ask them if you need to provide them with your banking resolution or if they provide their own. Many banks provide their own, but if they don't, then you have a template for banking resolutions. But these 3 documents are the only 3 documents that you need to record in your county. All right. These are the only 3 documents that you need to record in your county. Right. Some counties don't allow you to record anymore, but most counties do. Tell them that you want to record your trust just like if you was to record your will. All right. And they have a section for you to be the same section they had for you to record your will is the same section they'll have you to be able to record your trust. All right. For those you want to save some fiat currency, if you're currently going in you're dealing with a court case situation, record it in a court case. Get you a certified copy of it. Record it in a court case, get you a certified copy of it. All right. Now, let's get into what these documents look like. Let's start with the trust abstract. If y'all can see the screen with the trust abstract, type in there some fire emojis. Put some fire emojis up. All right. So this is the trust abstract. Trust abstract is basically a description of what documents will be attached. You got, right, it says documents included. You got the abstract of trust, you got your certification of the trust, right? You'll have the declaration of the trust. And you just fill this form out. You get it notarized. I'm always asked about this right here. So if you go back to the videos on the Sunday school playbacks, again, this is for further security, right? I added this and showed an option where you can add additions to signatures for your appointed managers of your trust, right? Like this was a signature that was created for the trustee, right? And this is an example, secretary for the Lomax Bay Trust. So put a $1 stamp and a picture of a thumbprint. You don't have to do this. This is optional.
Thumbprint? Why we do the thumbprint?
This is just an optional form of security if you want to add security to signatures. All right, you want to add further security to signatures because a lot of times, people will be like, well, that signature was forged on that document.
Mm-hmm.
So here's addition to security for signatures. You don't just have to do it with the trust, right? You can do it with your estate. So you have appointed executor or executrix. You can add something similar to this, or you can utilize, this exactly. But again, this is an example of something that can be used for added security or signatures.
Can I add? Please do not send any documents with blood on it. Please don't do that.
Definitely. This is not a blood. All right, this is red ink. So definitely no signatures with your biohazards on it.
Correct.
Especially in New York, that is time served. That's guaranteed time.
Come on, let them know.
That's guaranteed
time.
You're gonna be serving that time. But yeah, this is an example for your added security for your signature. All right, so when you do your appointment for your secretary, or you can do appointment for a manager, you can do appointment for a treasurer, you can do appointment for any position that you want to provide an appointment for. And in your appointment letter, if you want to use something like this for security for their signature, you'll need to add that on the appointment letter, because it actually, in the template, it provides a section where it shows that not only are you appointing them, but this is how their signature will look, right? So again, no, it's not something that you have to do. It's something that you can utilize. All of these templates, again, are templates. They're not written in stone. You should be making these templates your own. So if you got a template and you still got Secretary for Lomax Bay Trust on there with this stamp and this thumbprint, it's because you're not following instructions. You're not making it your own. You're just basically copying and pasting. Islam. And that's not what it's for. The templates are for you to get inspiration on how you can set up your trust, how you can appoint different parties to do certain things within your trust and your estate, and giving them, managerial positions over your home office. But it's not to keep it the same. Like, for instance, the name of your trust should go here. Where it says Bay or L Trust, the name of your trust actually is supposed to be going here. That's why it's in yellow. Right? If you want to include more documents, then you need to type in other documents that you want to include in here. Your mailing address, your email address, phone number, all of that should be changed. All this information in here should be changed. And you should be reading every line. You should be reading every word. You should not just be taking this and then filling it out and saying, okay, yeah, I got it and I done it. And you still got any ill-obeyed trust on here. Like this right here. Right where it says first, last, ill-obey. Your trust name should be right here. I mean, the trustee name should be right here. Right? Because it says TTEE. Executive trustee. The trustee name should be right here. So when you do go to the notary and you're getting it notarized, you don't have to go back and redo it. Because you actually followed instructions. You're actually making this document yours. You're making it yours. Islam? All right, let's see here. Islam, Sister Shashimba Jones. Peace to my brother Miguel Bay. You're shout out to brother Fat and Ill. Islam. That's right, brother Fat and Ill says, read every word of my trust read every word of my trust documents yesterday evening. Every word, signature, and seal. Shout out Sister Coleman Ill. Thank you for joining us. All right, so the next document, right, how we up? World class. Let's see here. The next document that everyone always inquires about in the succession, like, well, what document should I have in my trust? The first document, the first page is going to be the trust abstract. And if you don't use this bottom portion where it says that with the secretary information, you should have 4 documents in total instead of 5. If you add like the secretary, position and all that, then it'll be 5 documents in total. Other than that, it should be 4 documents in total. All right. The next document that you're going to have in your trust should be your, we got the trust abstract. Then we have we got the declaration. All right. And this is a template. Let me make this bigger. All right. So, of course, you're going to definitely want to change this because this the date on here is 2021. We in 2024. That's how long ago. Shout out to everybody that's been here since 2021 doing this work. Shout out to everybody that did this back in 2021. Shout out to everybody that was doing this back in 2020 and 2021. when I first started teaching on the trust. Right? So you want to go in and you want to definitely make all of this yours. You want to go in and you want to definitely make all of this yours. So it's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, first 2 pages for the trust declaration, the first 2 pages. 1, 2, right here where it has the notary. 1, 2, the declaration. Because after the declaration, the next thing you go into is the articles of organization or articles of trust or whatever it is that you got going on. All right. You don't need to provide any of that. You don't got to provide none of this. Bylaws, articles, any of that. Only thing they need is proof that you showed that you declared that it's a trust. Open up a bank account for the trust. Right, and here's your proof, pages 1 and 2. So currently right now you should have 7 to 8 pages. Right, you got your trust abstract and you got your declaration. Right, so we 7 to 8 pages in. The next document that you want to have is your certificate unit. Right, your certificate unit. Is just showing that you have a percentage within the trust. All right, shows that you have a percentage within your trust. That's it, and that's all. That's all it's showing, that you have a percentage in your trust. So if you have a trust and you have beneficiaries, right? So say like if you have maybe 3 beneficiaries and plus you, so that'll be 4 all together, right? And you want to break this down to 50. Right, you'll break this down to 50 when you do your deed of trust. Let me show you real quickly what the deed of trust looks like.
Let's share the video. Let's share the video, y'all. Let's share the video. Don't be stingy.
That's right, share the video. All right, so this is your deed of trust.
The world class is on here.
Or your,
It's long.
right, see, deed of transfer, right? Because you're transferring a certain percentage. So if it's going to be, like I said, 4, then you would put, well, I mean, not 50, but you'll put 25. So you change this to 25, right? And then you would want to put 25 down here.
Islam to Sister Coleman Neal. Islam, Sister Shashimba Bay.
All right. You want to put 25 because it's going to be 4 beneficiaries. So, you know, you want to make sure that you and everyone Right, you want to make sure you change it to 25 right here as well.
Share it with your family. Let's free ourselves.
Right, and that's when you're doing the deed of transfer. It's only when you're doing the deed of transfer. But again, your certificate unit should be the last document that you have when you're going to the bank. So you have your abstract of trust, which is the first document. Let me show that again. Your trust abstract, which is 4 to 5 pages long, give or take. And, depending upon what you all add on and take away, the least information is going to be the best thing for you. Less is more. In a situation when you're giving up a lot of information, less is always more. So this is the first page. Second page is always your declaration. All right, so this is 2 pages for the declaration. And then the next document is the certificate unit. So that's all you would need, along with the SS4 EIN letter that you receive from the IRS when you apply for the EIN number. I mean, other than that, you wouldn't need anything else when you go and open up the bank account for the trust. The only other document that I would provide them is this, because see, they try to be slick sometimes. Banks will try to be slick sometimes. So you can do the SSA form. Let's see. Let me find this form real quickly. Gotta go into my IRS forms or my Social Security forms. That's what I need to go into. This is an SSA form. The SSA, I believe it's 89. SSA 89. All right. Because like a lot of times these banks, like I said, these banks that try to be slick and will try to make you the actual person on the account when you're only the authorized. You should be the authorized person as the trustee, or the trustee that's appointing someone else to be on the account as well. But they shouldn't try to use like your personal information to open up the bank account. So like they're asking for a Social Security number. You can provide them with this form. Let me switch the screen out here. All right, so we got the SSA-89, and when you fill this out, right, you just fill it out regular, like normal. And on the form, it should show, let's see here. When it says what's the reason that you're authorizing consent, right? You should be doing to open a bank account. And right in here in this section, you could be, you can type in as trustee only, right? Type in trustee only. A lot of times, if you ask the bank for this form, they're gonna act like they don't want to give it to you. How do I know? Because we've done it before. They'll act like, oh no, you're asking for the form. Oh no, we don't want to. We don't know what form you're talking about. You very well know what form we're talking about. Go ahead and print it out so that we can sign and date it. And again, you want to type in as trustee only, or you want to write in as trustee only. And I would rather write it in with blue ink. I would write it in with blue ink. All right, and you're going to type in the company's name and address because it's going to be the bank. And if they have whoever the agent is, you type in their name and their address. And you give them the consent. This consent is valid for, it only takes should take no more than 7 days. So I give them 7 days when the date. Oh, you're not about to have access to the Social Security number for what? This is only to open up. You're saying you needed to open up the bank account for the trust, right? And it says relationship, if not the individual to whom the relationship was issued. So you're going to write in trustee. It's that simple. All right. So yeah, either have this document ready, or when you get to the bank, ask them for a copy of it. They have them to issue out. Make sure you have the most updated version. I don't know if this is the most updated version because that's how long ago we went over this form. All right, and it is in this form is in Mighty Networks as well. Islam, brother Hosea, you came back up on the panel. You can unmute.
Islam. With the trust abstract document, are we recording that in the county as well, or are we just getting that notarized and using that as supporting evidence?
Yeah, so those 3 documents that I went over, the trust abstract, the declaration, and the certificate unit, those are the only 3 documents that you need to have recorded.
Oh, I was unaware of needing to have the certificate units recorded. Okay.
You only have to have your certificate unit should be 1. Should be 1 certificate unit.
The certificate units are for the beneficiaries of the trust.
The deed of transfers.
Islam. And the estate is also being recorded in the county. Uh,
Yeah, you can record the state and the county as well, which would just be the declaration. Um, if you're going to record it in the county. So when you're talking about the trust, because that's what I was going over today, it was just the trust part, and some of the most asked questions. The trust is going to be those first three documents. So these documents that you see here listed and I got trust issues, right? It's the trust abstract, the declaration of trust, and the certificate unit. These three documents right here should be the only documents that you're recording in the county. You get a certified copy and then you can go open up a bank account. All of this other stuff, Schedule A banking resolution. Again, you can ask the bank if you need a banking resolution or if they provide a banking resolution to you. Most banks will provide a banking resolution. You don't have a banking resolution that you give them, but if you do need to, then you have access to a template. And you have to go and try to find one, look for one. You got a template right there already that you can use. But get your Schedule A, banking operating agreement, trust bylaws, deed of trust, your registry of certificates, your security agreement, declaration of estate. All of this is like private stuff. This is between you and the trustees and the managers and the beneficiaries. Like no public entity should have this stuff. Even if you're going to do a security agreement on the public side, like when you do a UCC 1 financing statement, right, you shouldn't be putting in your registry of certificates, deed of trust bylaws, operating, like all of that stuff is like private stuff. It's not personal for personal usage. It's not for public usage. So your private stuff should stay in the private. Okay.
And for because you for the fundamental sake, for my fundamental clarity, anytime we demonstrate in the bank, a said bank, that would be considered public, even with our said private foundation.
Say that again, because I'm not understanding. Because you're just saying said. So can you say that again?
Anytime that we
without saying said so much, so that this normal regular people can understand what you're saying. Because I don't even understand what you're saying.
Anytime that we deal with these banking institutions, setting up accounts with them, that's considered doing public acts. But the private stuff is, I'm saying, even with a private organization, that's still considered public. Setting up an account.
Yes.
And
you're
so
setting up account for you're setting up account for the entity that's public information.
But there's also private information that we
as
don't
well.
want. Okay,
Correct.
so
Like I'll
I
give you
got a
an
better understanding.
I'm giving you a better understanding. You got the Moorish Temple of America, right?
Islam.
Islam, isn't it parts of the Moorish Temple of America that the public is not privy to? Like the
Correct.
AC of the embassy of A, third heaven?
Correct.
Like, for instance, your auxiliary meetings?
Correct.
Like your Sheikh Adat meetings?
Correct.
That's private. That's a private meeting. It's not a public meeting. Like your Holy Night meeting, right?
Correct.
But it's still the Moorish Temple of America. And there's aspects within the Moorish Temple of America, there's like it's aspects in your life that is public information and it's private information.
Praise Allah indeed.
Islam, praise Allah.
Hasta luego.
Brother Fatanil, would you like to come on the panel and address what you're asking? Brother Jose. Yeah, you could just hit the link. Let me put the link back in the chat for everyone. Yeah, just hit the link and you can come on the panel. My brother Jose, adios. All right. Did anyone else have any other comments or questions before we end this? I wanted to go over one more. I actually want to go over one more section. Right. I want to go over one more section. On here, right, so if you go back to weeks 1 through 5, I touch a little bit on the Department of Motor Vehicles, but I don't really go a lot into it. Just I touch a little bit on it as far as like updating the contract, the original contract that you have with them. I suggest checking out the right to travel if you're going to be updating any contracts with the Department of Motor Vehicles, or I know Maryland has the MVA, the Motor Vehicle Administration. Some of you all have other names for the DMV or the MVA, or whatever state or commonwealth you're in. Check this out first before updating anything with them. That's what I would suggest. I would highly suggest that. Brother Fatanil, if you want to come up real quickly, because I'm going to end this soon. Because I don't know if you were asking if there's still some debate. Because I wasn't aware of any debate that was going on with Moors on how to record with the county, or if you're stating that there it was still some debate, or like if you was asking or if you was stating that. But the link is in the chat if you want to come on the panel real quickly. If not, we're going to get up out of here. From my understanding, if you go to the county and you're trying to record documents, it should be those first 3 documents that I went over. Like whatever else it is that you're trying to record, I'm not sure. But most counties will allow you to record a copy of your trust, just like you will record a copy of your will. Yeah, I'll put the link in here one more time for you. You just click on the link. You gotta download the StreamYard app. Now, I didn't see you come in on the panel because I can see in the back, like in the back chat, if you're coming in, and I'll let you in. How to record. So how to record mini acts. It's the same location where you'll record your will. And it's the same way that you will record your will. All right, yeah, I don't see you coming on the panel, so we're going close. We're gonna end it right here, brother. So hopefully that answered your question. I'm not sure if it answered your question or not. Hopefully it did.
Great bill. And just remember, brothers and sisters, that it's very important that we set up wills. It's very important that we learn more about trust estate.
It's your last will. When you say will, you're talking about last will and testament, to be exact. You don't want anyone to get confused with a will. But yeah, there is a template for a last will and testament in that section as well.
Islam.
Go ahead.
I think I might be privy. There was a discussion of whether or not the Declaration of Trust was supposed to be sent to the apostille committee, or not before trying to open up a bank account. That would be all I could think about in regards to questions that the Moors have had in regards to our trust.
It's something that you can do. It's not something that you got to do. But when you're talking about getting an apostille for the Declaration of Independence, it's not something that has to be done. It's something that you can do, but it's not something that has to be done.
Islam Empress, gratitude, muchas gracias.
You're very welcome, brother. Yeah, as far as the trust, it's just those 3 documents and recording it with the same location where you would record your will, if you had a will. All right. And then you just get a certified copy of it. You take it to the bank and you open up the bank account.
That brother had a lot of problem with the banks around here.
I don't see why. I haven't had any of those problems with the banks around here.
Let her know, Brother Barnesville. I'm still having problems.
That sounds like a user error.
I don't know. Banks, they don't got options for the
For
bearer.
trust?
No, they don't got options for the bearer form. So that was my difficulty with banks, and still is. I just used the state identification to nullify the differences and at least get done what I need to get done. But they don't want to use the bearer form of at this moment. So it's still my issue.
So did you use like the bearer form in conjunction with like a passport book?
No, not in conjunction with a passport.
Okay.
I would just need the passport by itself, they say. They
Who
would
is that?
accept it. The banking institution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they would just accept a passport without a bearer form.
I mean, he been having all kind of problems. I never met anyone who has had the problems that this brother has ran into.
They just went and opened up a bank account about 2-3 weeks ago
With
now.
no problems at all. I told him that.
You walked in there, you didn't even have an appointment.
No appointment. I think
And
I
I
only
didn't
went in there with my ID.
I didn't even go in there with you, and they just called me on the phone and had me verify some information. So I don't care, brother. Sounds like user errors. It sounds like user errors, brother. Inshallah, you'll get it together one day, brother. Inshallah.
He said he did exactly everything that we have taught and still ran into the same problem. So I don't know what it is.
I don't either. I haven't had these problems. Yeah,
you never had issues having your religion respected. I think you have had issues having your religion respected.
No, I've had questions about it. Like, for instance, in court one time, when a judge asked me why did I have Allah in my court document
Islam Empress,
for my
King of the
request
Moors on the show.
Islam, when I've
Brother
asked
Dar.
my relief of my relief, I've put Allah in it, like I've put the Moorish American prayer in it, and the judge has asked me, you know, like why do you have Allah in it? And I told the judge, because I do everything in the name of Allah. I don't do anything without Allah. And so he had to respect that. You know, he ain't asked me again, because if he would have asked me 2 more times, I would have said the same thing. But I haven't had any issues with entering any documentation with my religion on it. I haven't had any issues with demonstrating any information that's being requested. With matter of fact, I use my religion so much that it's like second nature to me, because there's no entity that's going to tell me that I can't use it, because I'm going to always show them that I can use it.
Islam, and if I can add, you know what she always wait for, y'all? She wait for them to tell her that they're violating her religious freedom.
Man, that's a lawsuit.
Ooh, she be waiting.
That's a lawsuit.
Lawsuit.
Shout out to Brother Darvis Baylock, King of the Moors.
King of the Moors. We doing big things to get King of the Moors on here now. You teaching, Empress, teach. No, seriously, Brother Darvis, if we can get the brothers and sisters that's in the indigenous, aboriginal communities to get into trust law and understand everything that they're dealing with is about commerce, man, look, unstoppable. You hear me? That's the vision I see at Noble Drew Ali, the Asiatic nation coming into their own, know thyself, working our way out of all this paperwork. I might be wrong though.
No, it's paperwork that got us in, and it's paper that's going to get you out of it.
That's right. Think about it. We use their we use their birth certificate when we can create a baptism certificate, whether you're a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America or not.
And even with the baptismal certificates, that's something else that you can utilize for your child when you're getting a passport. So yeah, those are 2 things that you don't have to have for your child when getting the passport. You don't need the social security number, and you don't need a birth certificate. It's right there on their website. It tells you, you know, what to do in lieu of a birth certificate. If you don't have a social security number, they can't force you into getting the social security number. All right, I got the link in the chat if anybody else want to come up on the panel. If not, I'm going to jump off of here. I got to get back to work. I'll be back on a little bit later on, share some more things with the Moors. I haven't been on for a while, and so I wanted to be able to share. I tried to share this last week, but again, like I said, man, my chest was heavy, my throat was like real scratchy, and the change of the seasons, that pollen is real out here, in Southern Illinois. So yeah, Morris, go through those, go through the modules. If you have any questions, we have Brother A. Griffin Ill, we got Brother D. Harrington Bay, we got Brother Barnes Ill, we got Brother M. Fatten Ill, all on Mighty Networks, and they all can assist you all. Want everyone to be mindful. These brothers are not getting paid to assist you. So if you want to give them a donation, you can give them a donation for their time, and you want to be respectful for their time. So if they provide you with their number, don't be calling them all times of the night, anytime you want to. Don't think that they're going to spend hours on the phone with you, because that's not what it's for. Maybe a couple of questions, 2 or 3 questions, kind of keep it modest. We Moors, we don't want to abuse and misuse processes. Well, we want to perfect them. All right. So with that being said, we're going to get up out of here. Again, we'll be back here a little bit later on, going live with you all after we break fast. Again, Ramadan Mubarak to everyone who's participating and observing the month of Ramadan.
Ramadan Mubarak.
We'll be back here a little bit later on with you all, inshallah. Islam, peace and love, Moors.
Peace and love to all.